The truth is coming out. What will you do now? In this episode of Believe Survivors, we'll explore why survivors are the key to justice, and how perpetrators and enablers are trapped by the systems they help build, and how for them, supporting the survivors is the only path to redemption. I'm Kimberly Callis. I'm a writer and an analyst and a survivor of childhood sexual abuse. I faced the man who abused me, tried to hold him accountable, and learned the hard truths about confronting abuse and injustice. Yesterday, survivors of Jeffrey Epstein stood before the press and the world to share their truth. Their courage is a reminder of why this work matters so deeply. Some of these women have carried the weight of their stories for decades, silenced by power, money, and fear, and still they spoke. It takes extraordinary strength to face what has been done and speak it aloud. Survivors together are the force that can break the silence, expose the system, and reclaim power. And to the Epstein survivors, those brave, fierce, and unwavering souls, we stand with you. Listening to them, I thought about how I tried to seek justice for my father's abuse. The pleas I made, the stories I told, the truth I revealed. And I realized I don't want to see justice slip away like it did for me. I thought about the conversations I'd had with him. Very open, very difficult talks where I tried to confront him with the truth of what he had done. Every time he turned the conversation back to himself. Some abuse in his past, some reason he used to justify the person he became. Every bit of his energy went to avoiding accountability, not just outwardly to the world, but directly to me, the person he harmed. Having faced my own abuser, without full justice, I have some thoughts. The men and women in Epstein's network are oppressed by fear, by shame, by guilt, by the current of power that pushes them to silence. They are prisoners of their own choices, and like my father, they have no safe place to face what they've done. There may be a way forward, but one thing is clear. The only way is for them to face the truth, and for anyone to find real accountability. It has to come through the survivors. So I want to speak to the perpetrators, to the men and women who participated in these networks or enabled them. You are not free. You are being used. The network survives only because you consent to it every day, whether actively or through silence. You are prisoners of your own choices. You are pawns in a system that you helped build. You have been deluded, and now you're trapped, pressed by the fear of discovery, fear for your reputation, fear for your future, perhaps even fear for your own life. You cannot face the truth alone. You cannot find redemption on your own. But the survivors, the people you harmed, are the only path forward. There is risk in coming forward. It is dangerous to face the consequence of your actions. But remaining silent is a deeper prison. Every day you stay quiet, you remain a pawn. Every day you protect their secrets, you remain complicit. So you have to make a choice. You can help dismantle the system and make it impossible for them to continue. This is not forgiveness, not yet. It's the only path to it. Your actions will determine what forgiveness exists in your future. And your inaction makes you complicit in whatever the network does next. Just like my father, The only path for his healing was through me. The only path for your healing is through the survivors. Resolving my Stockholm Syndrome, my victimization, helped me to see my father clearly, more clearly, to feel compassion without condoning, to recognize both the harm and the delusion. And so the only roadmap I can offer to those who participated in abuse and exploitation is it has to pass through those you have harmed. The survivors' attorneys are ready to receive you. You would be treated with humanity. You'd be offered a path toward justice and toward your own healing. You are not free. You are being used. The network only has power because you allow it. Every day you stay silent, every act you ignore, you give them control. You are complicit. But there is a way to step out of that prison. And for the enablers, I'll explore your role more deeply in a future episode. But for now, know this. The survivors, the people you have allowed to be harmed, are also the key to your redemption. You cannot escape accountability alone. Join them. Give them support in pursuing the justice they need and deserve. So I ask again, what will you do now? Come forward. Break the network. You cannot undo the past, but you can change what comes next. This isn't just about sex trafficking or sexual abuse. This network is about power, control, and the ability to manipulate entire systems. If we let it go unchecked, if justice isn't demanded and delivered for the Epstein survivors, these forces will only entrench themselves further, extending their reach and influences in ways that could last generations. The cost isn't only for the victims we see now, it's for everyone who could be trapped, exploited, and silenced in the future. We have a choice. Fight for justice here and now, or risk a world where this kind of abuse remains invisible, normalized, and unstoppable. To all the survivors listening, you are not alone. Your voice matters. Your truth matters. This call to stand together includes all survivors of sexual violence, traumatic sexualization, and trafficking, not just Epstein survivors. And again, to the Epstein survivors, you are brave and so deserving of justice. I stand with you. Thank you for your courage. Every story matters. Every voice adds strength. Together, we are building a movement toward truth and toward safety. Next time on Believe Survivors, we'll look at why there should be no statute of limitations on sexual violence, exploring the lifelong effects of traumatic sexualization, in an episode called Don't Tell Them to Get Over It. I'm Kimberly Callis. Thank you for listening. Please join us on Believe Survivors. To support this work, please follow and share. You can find this podcast on Spotify, Substack, and YouTube. My books, including Trauma Brain and Stoning Demons, are available on Tregarin.com, Amazon, and on Google Play. If you would like to hear my personal story, I share that in Miss American Pie, a serialized memoir on Substack. Thank you for listening.